Estate Gist with Modesty. Welcome to Real Estate Gist with Modesty. I remain your favorite rector, Emeke Modesty Obiazikwo, committed to connecting you with the right real estate opportunities for your wealth. So let's know where you are watching from, your name and your location. Let's know your name and where you are watching from. Do well to share this video. Do well to share the link with people and let them join. So comment with your name and your location. You're going to have a great time today learning how to avoid loss in real estate. All right, comment with your name and your location, and share this video. Share the link. You're going to be doing somebody a lot of favor by sharing this video with the person, because what you will learn today can save you from a lot of losses. All right. Real Estate Gist with Modesty. Remember, as I said, my name is Emeke Modesty Obiazikwo, your favorite real estate consultant, committed to showing you how to grow your wealth with real estate, committed to selling lands with peace of mind to you. All right. So in today's episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty, I'm going to be showing you key things that you must know to avoid loss in real estate. Don't forget to join and comment with your name and your location. So let's know your name. Let's know your location, where you are watching from. Your name and where you are watching from. All right? Your name and where you are watching from. In the next 1 minute, we're going to be starting today's discourse. Remember, this is a gist. So I'm going to gist with you on 3 major things that we definitely affect your real estate investment. All right? That will definitely save you from loss when it comes to real estate. So 3 major things that you don't want to miss out from. So keep sharing, keep commenting with your name and your location, and you'll have the opportunity to ask your question at the end of this gist. Okay, so you already know that real estate is the new oil money. All right? Real estate is the new oil money. In the last episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty, I shared with us real estate investment opportunities, untapped real estate investment opportunities for you. So in case you missed that episode, at the end of this video, I'm going to drop the link so you can go back and watch it, or you can visit our YouTube channel, Modesty Real Estate, to watch the last episode and many other educative content that we have for you on real estate matters. So do well to visit that channel, Modesty Real Estate. I will also drop the link at the end of this video so that you can watch it, because in that video I shared a lot of things about real estate investments. So many of those opportunities are untapped. So I explained key opportunities, untapped real estate investment opportunities that you will like to take advantage of. All right. So today let's go right into the matter. How do I avoid loss in real estate? All right, what initiated this topic? I shared a post sometime last 2 weeks. Yes, last 2 weeks on our status, and somebody commented on the post something about benefit of real estate. Somebody commented on the post and said, I have the money to invest in real estate, but I'm scared. How am I sure that they won't steal my land from me? Simple question. Of course, I took my time to answer the client, and of course, you know how it ended. So I took my time to answer the client. I'm going to share with you those key things that I shared with the client. How do I avoid losses? Some persons are like that watching this video. I have the money to invest in real estate, but I don't just trust anybody. I'm not sure. I've heard so many stories about real estate scam. I'm not sure whether I can truly put my hard-earned money in real estate. If you are in that situation, you are privileged to be watching this video. At the end of this video, you will be very certain on how to avoid loss with real estate. All right. So why must I invest in real estate? Let me just give you a recap of that. You already know that real estate is the best investment that can guarantee your return without any effort. It requires 0 effort, and most times it requires 0 risk, especially if you pay attention to the factors I'm going to be sharing today. It requires 0 risk. It requires 0 effort. When you buy a land, for instance, the basic real estate investment that everybody knows about is buying and reselling of land, which of course is not the only real estate opportunity. There are many others that I shared last episode. Okay, when you buy a land, for instance, and after 1 month, 2 months, you resell, you do not necessarily need to do anything to buy or to sell the land. You don't necessarily, you just watch your money grow. In fact, there's a saying that landlords grow rich in their dreams. That means with zero effort, they definitely don't they definitely make a lot of returns. And many other reasons why you could invest, why real estate investment is the new oil. Another is because when it comes to real estate, it does not, the inflation does not affect real estate. Like the current inflation we are having in Nigeria, it doesn't affect real estate investors. You know why? Because as the economy, as the inflation is rising, the investment portfolio is rising. For instance, so for someone that is doing renters, if as the inflation is rising, the person will likely increase his rent amount. All right, he will likely increase it. Then his income has increased. For someone that is into buying and selling land, the worth of the land is increasing. All right, so everything dance to the favor of the real estate investor. So while you are busy complaining that Nigeria is hard, the real estate investor is busy drinking wine and enjoy his or herself because the economy is dancing to his favor. He's not affected so much by the inflation because the inflation is inflating his income too. His income is positively affected. All right, so these are some major reasons why you should consider real estate. So having said that, remember, before you say this video is for big men, those that have the money, what about me that don't have the money? Should I watch the video to see how to avoid losses? Real estate investment is not just for the rich. Never forget that. Real estate investment is for everybody. As we always say at Modesty Real Estate, we have something for everyone. You are a billionaire, we have investments for you. You are a trillionaire, we have investments for you. You are a thousandaire, we have investments for you. You are a low-income earner, we have investment for you. An Okada rider, we have investment for you. We have properties that you can pay as low as 30,000 per month, and you'll be a landowner. And before you finish paying for the land, you will get more than ×2 of the property. We have investments like that definitely is for you. We have properties that you can pay as much as 10, 15, 20, 50 million per month. All right, so all of this we have for you. All of this we have for you at Modesty Real Estate. So when it comes to real estate investment, you are not thinking of having the right resources or not having the right resources. You are simply thinking of how to get started. You are simply thinking of how to what? Get started. So real estate gist with Modesty. I'll be right back in 1 minute, and we're going to dive right into what we're going to share today on how to avoid loss in real estate. Stay tuned for the next 1 minute. All right, welcome back. Sorry for that interruption. Let's go right into what we're teaching today: how to avoid loss in real estate. How to avoid loss in real estate. I believe with that short introduction, you already know the importance of real estate investment. So I'm going to be sharing 3 major things that you need to know to avoid losses in real estate. Remember the question I asked that someone commented on my post and said, I have the money to invest in real estate, but I do not, how can I be sure? How can I be sure? Or how am I sure that nobody will take my land from me? That is the question. How am I sure nobody will take my land from me? Okay, so 3 major things. The first thing is buying the right place. So I'm going to just emphasize that. I'll just glance through those 3 major things. You buying the right place, buying the right place. When it comes to real estate investment and not losing your money, you cannot overemphasize buying or investing in the right opportunity, buying the right properties. There are properties that you buy that definitely you know you're going to lose money, because for instance, if you buy a property that is under acquisition, you buy a property that is under acquisition, or that what is popularly called government land, definitely you're going to lose money. Let me share this story of a lady that once reached out to us some months back that he wanted to sell a property. And of course, as a company reputable for what we do not just sell a property for client without due diligence. So he submitted the document and we made the inquiry. We went to Ministry of Land, we made the inquiry and we noticed that the property is on a circular road, the well-known circular road in Ibadan. And guess how much this woman has invested on that land? Over 32 million naira to erect a building that is going to be demolished. So why is this happening? Because she did not buy the right place. Obviously, she bought the property without checking whether it's the right place or not. So one of the key things that you must know or you must do as an investor is to buy the right place. Don't, in the name of my friend is selling, my sister is selling, my brother is selling, just go and buy property without due diligence. You have to check whether this is the right place. Check whether the land is free from government acquisition. You don't know it's the right place. There are key things you check. Check whether it's government land. Is it government land? Don't ever buy government land. You say, but government is not coming for it. You know, when it comes to government coming for it, it can be next week, it can be next 2 weeks, it can be next 5 years, it can be next 20 years. They definitely will come for it. All right? So you have to check that. Then also check whether the person selling to you have the right to sell. Not everybody has the right to sell a property. So before you buy a property, remember we are looking at how to avoid losses. And the first thing we are looking at is buying the right property. Everything we are discussing now is under that right property. Does the person has the right to sell? Does the person has the right to sell? Does the person you are buying from has the right to sell? Imagine buying a family property whereby the person selling to you is the last born and he has senior or elderly ones, and he even has elderly men, and the person selling to you is the last born and it's not with the consent of the other person. You didn't bother asking and it's the father's property. What about your siblings? You now bought the property from the last born only for you to find out that it's not in the consent of other persons. All right, so you notice that there are many things. The person does not have the right to sell. There are things you need to put in place to show that the person has the right to sell. All right, imagine somebody selling a property to you that the only document the property has is a registered survey. That is the only document. There is no proof or transfer of ownership from the person buying, from the person selling to you and the person he bought from. There is even no receipt. And you simply bought it because he's your friend. No, or he's your brother. There is no emotion to investments. Investors, one of the things investors know is that we don't attach emotions to this. So you have to ensure you are buying the right place. Buy the right property that is free from acquisition, government acquisition, that the person selling to you has the right to sell, and also ensure it's in the right location, right? Ensure it's in the right location, not just in the name of buying bush or buying property. Buy anything that cannot guarantee your return, right? I believe you are learning something. Remember, we're looking at how to avoid losses in real estate, and do well to share this video, like, comment, ask a question, write your name, your location where you are watching from, right? So that leads us, the last thing I just explained leads us to the next thing you consider in buying, in avoiding losses, which is, I've talked about the right place. Then the next thing I want to talk about is the right evidence. The right evidence. The right evidence. Now, you agree with me that lands and landed properties can last for decades, can last for hundreds of years, and nothing will happen to the land. So, when buying the land, put in perspective that this land you are buying is going to last. You will see your children and your children and your children if it's not transferred to another person. So keep the property, the document and the evidence of purchase like that. All right, that means that you must keep the paper. You must keep it in a. In fact, one of the safest way to do that is convert it to a soft copy, put it in a OneDrive on an email that you will hand over to your children. You must have evidence. You must have evidence. You must have evidence. So, evidence. I'm going to share another story with you. Remember, this is a gist. Someone told me sometime last week that he bought a property from someone in December, mid-December, before Christmas. So he bought this property from the person, transferred the money, and unfortunately for the person, unfortunately also, he didn't go and collect the document or sign the agreement. Since December, this February ending, 3 months now, he hasn't gone to sign the agreement. As he's not in Nigeria, so and as he say, he wanted his spouse to go with to go sign the agreement and do other things like corner piece at the same time. And because of that, there have been one procrastination to another to another. I have to tell the person, like, what you are doing is you are standing at a great risk. You are risking a lot. Because as it stands now, you only paid money to the owner of this property. Ownership has not been transferred to you legally. Because until document is signed, the property is not yet yours. So what if, for instance, the person dies? What if something happens to the person? What if the person travels out and you haven't transferred fully the ownership? You only send money. So sending money without any evidence, remember I'm talking about keep your evidence or have the right evidence. The only evidence that you have for the land is the transfer receipt. That is the only evidence. And that is not good enough. You have to encourage the person, go for your document, do your document, get a lawyer, do your property documentation, because that is evidence. Don't just send money to someone and say it's my brother's friend, forgetting the fact that your brother's friend can die tomorrow and you too can die, and it will remain your children and the children of your brother's friend. Okay? So what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have to transfer to your children? What evidence do you have that this property belongs to you? So when it comes to avoiding losses, you must have the right evidence. You must have the right evidence. You must have the right evidence. This evidence ranges from your transfer receipt, ranges to even to your charts in the purchase of the land, your charts, all means of communication, you record your conversations, then most importantly, your land titles, your land documents. Your land, of course, you need the other evidence that I mentioned to add to your land document. Because if there is a dispute on the land, you have to provide enough evidence. You know, funny enough, court does not listen to God will judge you. Only God knows the true owner of the land. All of those emotional religious statements, I'm not against God's judgment. I'm not against God vindicating people. I believe in the power of God. But I'm saying what matters in a land dispute is evidence. What matters in the land dispute is evidence. What evidence do you have that that property belongs to you? So as you're buying the property, you have to keep your evidence in a way that, in a place that is eternally secured. Because that is one major way to avoid losses in real estate. Imagine this paying for a landed property with cash. Imagine such a risk involved. There is no transfer receipt. You just gave the person cash. You didn't even bother snapping or videoing during the transfer, during the transaction. Say it doesn't matter that now you forgot that the land is not just going to be in your possession. If you don't transfer it to another person or sell it to another person or give it to another person, your children will surely see the property. And when they do, they need enough evidence. I've heard several cases of children losing properties just because their parents did not have evidence that the property belonged to them. So, watching this video right now and you have a land or you have landed properties, the next thing you should be thinking of is how to get the right evidence. If you have a land or you're buying the land, ensure you contact the right authority, contact a lawyer, or contact a real estate firm like Modesty Real Estate, and will help you with the documentation, because you need this. You need this. You need this. I usually tell our clients, screenshot everything, keep all the evidence that you have, keep it safe. In fact, you can print out the transfer receipt and put it at the middle of your agreement and attach it and keep everything, or just keep it in your name. All right? Because land transaction, if you know what is happening out there, you will understand the importance of evidence. Oh, I've seen several land disputes with people. I've handled some cases that people reach out to us to help us or to help them settle some land disputes. As a company, you get to hear some amazing stories, careless mistakes that people make Just like the one I just shared of somebody sending money to someone without property documentation for 3 good months. Right? So you need to get the right evidence. When it comes to avoiding losses in real estate, you cannot overemphasize the place of having the right evidence. You cannot overemphasize the place of having what? The right evidence. Then finally, use the right consultant or company. You know what? Every other thing that we have discussed is dependent on this. How are you going to know, or how are you going to keep your evidence without a realtor or a trained consultant? I'm not talking about just an agent. We live in a world that anybody can just wake up, especially in a country like Nigeria, where real estate is not really regulated. Sorry about that. Anybody can just wake up without the appropriate training and experience and call himself an agent or a realtor. Just anybody. Just anybody. It's unfortunate, all right? So you don't give your portfolio, your real estate portfolio, to a quack who doesn't have an experience or the required training in real estate. If not, you end up making silly mistakes that will cause you great losses. So when it comes to avoiding loss in real estate, you really need to consider using the right realtor, using the right consultant. I usually tell persons, if you need to pay extra 5%, you need to pay extra 5% just to ensure that you are using a realtor. Why not just pay the 5% instead of buying directly and losing your money after some time? So because if you understand the money at stake, you wouldn't mind paying the extra just to ensure that you are buying the right place. Because how do you know the right place without a realtor? How do you know the property is not under acquisition without a realtor? How do you know all of that without a real estate company? How do you know all of that without a real estate company or a real estate consultant? So you see that it's very, very, very important when it comes to buying real estate to use the right consultant. When you are sick, you visit a pharmacy or a hospital. When your car is sick or has issue, you visit a mechanic. You don't just take spanner and start losing. When you want to buy land, don't go and just buy land because it's your friend, it's your brother. Because there are many things that a realtor, a real estate company like Modesty Real Estate, I and my team, there are many things that we can see that you cannot see. There are many things that we are trained to see that you cannot see. There are many things that by virtue of our experience, by virtue of what you have seen in the real estate world, you cannot see it, no matter how much you read. All right? I'm saying that to say that you're going to save yourself a lot of stress and a lot of losses by using the right real estate consultant. So if you are watching this video right now and are thinking of who is the right real estate consultant, Modesty Real Estate is available for you, and I am your best real estate consultant with a wealth of experience and knowledge that can help you guarantee your return. I usually tell people, we don't sell what we cannot buy. As a rule in the company, we don't sell any property we cannot buy. Just like the instance I gave that somebody reached out to us that wanted to sell a property and we couldn't market it because we noticed it's under the circular rule. We run the check on the property before marketing it. We don't mind spending the extra to ensure that our client is buying peace of mind. So as a slogan, we don't just sell lands, we sell peace of mind for your investment, for your wealth. So if you are watching this video and you have money to invest, you have millions, billions to invest in real estate, we have great offers for you that can multiply your real estate portfolio. Great offers for you. Great offers. Offers that can double your money in 1 year or less. Like a property that I shared in the last episode, how that it was selling for 600K in September last year. And as at 600K in September last year, and as at November 960, now there's an update that is going for 1.2 million. In less than 1 year, by March, it's going to be 1.2 million. It's going to be 1.2 million. It's going to be 1.2 million because it's increasing. So we have properties like that. We have properties that if you buy at 50 million now, a few months from now, it's going to be 100 million because they are key developmental factors that we consider in certain properties before pushing it to our client. So when it comes to real estate investment and getting the right return, you have to consider Modesty Real Estate. So thank you for watching. If you have a question, you can do it to ask. If you have a comment, do it to comment. Do it to share this video, and do it to reach out to us. You've watched this video, you say, what next after this video? Just call us, reach out to us, send a message to us, and let's help you invest in real estate. You want to learn more? Visit our YouTube channel at Modesty Real Estate. You're definitely going to learn a lot that will help you secure your investment. Thank you for watching once again. My name remains Emeka Modesty Obiasiko, the CEO of Modesty Real Estate Ltd, committed to showing you the best way to buy lands with peace of mind, committed to showing you the best way to build wealth, the best way to build your homes and sustainable investment. Thank you once again for watching. See you in the next episode of Real Estate Gist with Modesty. All right, thank you.